Well, we have entered the episode that was the calm before the storm with another cliffhanger. But we also learn that Subaru swallows his pride a little bit. He swallows a little bit and he goes and asks for help. But with the other three royal selection candidates, he didn't really come away with anything. More or less, he came away with nothing besides the last girl with the purple hair he negotiated with, and that was because he had misfortune. Now, he got it from his own misfortune, which is giving information that the other royal candidate wanted to know, which Subaru didn't want to give. But he did end up getting a Dragon Claw wagon. And at the same time, when it came to Krushk, he didn't gain anything. Instead, he actually got called a liar. His argument got called, well, his thought process, the which is called attacking, got called madness. But yet, it got called the truth by Krushk. But when it all came down to it, Subaru has nothing to give to Krushk. He doesn't have value to give her. And she states, make Emilia withdraw. Or, no, she would have to withdraw. And he basically signs off on that. And obviously, that's not how it works. He's not the candidate. Subaru's on the bottom of the totem pole. He just has a big voice, I guess. He just has a big voice in this world. But now Priscilla. Priscilla even told him to lick her foot, excuse me. And he's actually going to do it. And I was thinking, I wonder how this is really going to end. And Priscilla, the most greediest person ever, called Subaru a greedy pig. But more or less, I believe it's because he was lacking in pride. His pride is too low. So when it comes to it, from what I see, Subaru needs to find the balance of pride, misfortune, sadly enough, and at the same time, something of significant value. Make himself more valuable. He needs to get an asset. He needs to quit becoming a pawn and become something like a real knight. Now, I'm wondering, what's that going to be, though? What does Subaru have to do to obtain that? And we see Odo at the end of this episode. Sadly enough, the negotiation is going to work off of Odo's misfortune of getting oil, and Subaru having money to pay for the oil, and then he's going to use that for something else. He's going to use that for a negotiation from what I got from it, but I'm not sure because he's still heading straight towards the mansion. So what's Subaru's plan with that oil? So once again, I'm not sure what Subaru's plan with the oil is. I don't know if it's going to be a negotiation, and I'm really interested as to what was Subaru singing on a wagon. What was that? I mean, they said there's never a person there, but then there ends up being something that looks as if it's, well, a dragon right next to them. What's going on here? What the hell is going on here? What was he seeing? Was that dragon making an illusion, or if so, was it trying to gather information? But this is one of those episodes that was just really, really kind of coming at you. There's a lot of things you had to pick up on, and honestly, I probably should watch this episode another time or two. I probably should watch it about 3 times total, because there's a lot of stuff I still need to take in. I'm probably gonna have to watch it once again. Small things that I'm just not aware of at this current moment. But once again, Subaru kind of got called out for his own personal agenda, just like, well, Emilia called him out. Krushk says this whole time, you've never once said you wanted to save Emilia. So is this revenge, or what is this? What's really going on? They can't believe him, and of course he can't say he dies and comes back to life. He's not allowed to. He's not allowed to say that. So what we learned for certain, though, Subaru is still on his own agenda, but I think Subaru's own agenda this time for the revenge part of it is it's respectable. What he saw the witch's cult do to Reem, what they did in front of him, I understand that. I definitely understand. And like I said in my last review, was that rage or was that determination we saw in the very end of last episode? Was that rage or determination? Maybe it was probably both. Usually, if you're mad about doing something, you're going to do it, you're going to take care of it, and you're pissed. Usually, there's determination there, obviously, but I think he's crossing that line. I think he's still maybe a foot over. He made comments this episode. My God, you guys are so useful. Or useless, excuse me. You're useless. Why is anyone so useless? And he catches himself. So he's starting to realize his faults. But it's definitely there. But there's times he doesn't realize it. And he can't make it. Right now, he has to get to the point where he can make everyone happy. I mean, things Priscilla said in a few episodes back was basically she doesn't care about other people dying. It's all about me. It's all about me. So, the only person I could see helping is Crush when it came to like actually going to the mansion and helping. And I mean, that look on Crush's face kind of woke her up too, I think. I think it somewhat woke her up too when Subaru says, I hope you win the elections, or the selections, excuse me, and I hope you become the dictator. A dictator who doesn't help the weak. So right there, Subaru calls himself weak. From the episode, the other day, and the episode for that, the last two episodes, we have Subaru saying, I got this, she needs me, you all need me, to saying, I hope you become a dictator. I hope you become that dictator that doesn't help the weak. I hope you win the selections. I hope you become a dictator. A dictator who doesn't help the weak. And I mean, really, it's true. It's true, but it's to help an enemy. I can understand Crush's hesitation, but Subaru, he made a point. He did, and the look on Crush's face, it looked like it's kind of like he's right, and you can tell that she's a very proud and honorable woman, just the way she talks, the way she carries herself out. She's a businesswoman at that too. But I think two characters actually got a wake-up call today, in a way. But I think Subaru still, that mist, that fog that kind of crept up on him in the end. I think he's trapped in there. He's still in that fog. He's kind of all over the place. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen here. Will someone come to his rescue? It doesn't look like anyone's gonna help him. I wouldn't be surprised if he dies here. This would be a good learning point for him. Once again, we're already getting a little bit of character development. Somewhat character development. It's like half character development, because he's like halfway there. It's not fully there. Once again, before I start repeating myself, he has to find that perfect balance of pride. Don't be weak, like Priscilla basically said. You're greedy and weak. You're a coward. Stand up, admit your flaws, say, I need help. I'm going to ask you, what do you need? What do you want? What can I do? What's the fair trade value we need to do in this negotiation to help Emilia? But I'm not going to lick your foot. I'm not going to bow down to you. Once again, Crush, find me some of value. Subaru, find me something of value. What can you do for me if I help you? Because all I'm doing right now is helping you. I'm supposed to heal you. And at the same time, you want me to do more. Or giving you an inch and you're taking a mile. And when it comes to the purple-haired girl, I don't know. Maybe that's just who she is. Maybe she's just not going to help you. Maybe give her some false indications about something. Because when it comes to a girl like her, you make sure you're gaining more than she's gaining. That's all I got to say about that. But as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, @Hex25. Peace.